Welcome. Thank you for being here. Congrats on another book. Look at this, Creative Quest. You were just in LA. You were signing books.
Yeah.
And you said
signing a lot of books.
You said that your hand still hurts.
Dude, I signed probably 2,500 books in 2 days.
Holy moly! One of the things in here I thought was cool. I mean, it's how to live your life to its most creative, your most creative life, basically, right?
I mean, you know, I name dropped Malcolm Gladwell a lot during my last book tour, and he came up with the theory that 10,000 hours of preparation equals genius. And so I guess my editor wanted me to break down what do you do in those 10,000 hours. So we go through everything from the spark of an idea to networking, to executing, and to even like failing. Like every step of creative
So you
process.
talk about you think failure is a big important part of...
Failure is the most important part because, I mean, that's where your lesson is learned. Like, every great person has failed. Any person on top has had a failing moment in which they learn from it, and then they become better. That's how you become.
Have you ever had a creative low,
You know I am about DJ gigs.
Yeah. Oh, no, I've seen... First of all, I don't go near you, first of all, because I'm always the guy requesting songs, and you're like, dude, please let me do it.
Yeah, I'm
like, can you play Rick Astley? And you're like, get out of here, dude. Stop asking me to play that.
I'm very meticulous about my DJ gig preparation. I'm like, John Nash from A Beautiful Mind, like putting up math formulas and all that stuff. And I get the dream gig of a lifetime, like early 2016. And I have 4 months preparation. I prepared for it. 16 weeks of doing every combination of, you know, BPMs and the key of the song and all that stuff. And it's a 6-hour DJ gig. So first hour into it, I think I'm killing it. And my host taps me on the shoulder, and I'm trying to ignore him like I thought it was someone just like, hey, man, play Rick Astley.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. How's Jimmy here? Yeah.
Right. So basically, taps me on the shoulder, and I can't say his name, NDA. And he's like, hey, you're doing a good job. But, you know, I love the disco and the calypso and all that stuff, but look at them. And, like, his kids are sitting there like, he's like, they want to have fun, too. So, you know, pep it up. And so...
Did he more sound like, Noah?
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's
Michelle?
He didn't say those names, but yes.
Okay. All right.
So
okay, now I'm starting to understand what's going on. I remember this gig. It did not go well?
It forced me into retirement. So suddenly I became the DJ I hated the most. I'm Googling songs that teenagers like. What is swag surfing? Like, I'm about to have a panic attack because, you know, this is the one thing I can do in life. And at the end of the night, our host is like, so, you know, this is the best time we ever had. This was the greatest thing ever. And, you know, so you should be proud of yourself. You served the people. You served the people. You did well. And he sensed that I felt bad about it. And he's like, well, you know, you're an artist, and I know you had your own agenda and everything, but you serve the people. And he's like, so you feel good? And I was like, yeah, I did serve the people. He said, so you feel better now? And I was like, no.
No, I'm depressed.
Yeah, so I stopped DJing. But 6 months later, I came back, and now I DJ for kids. So I now...
I saw you do that. I saw that you do that. I like it because I remember I've seen you a couple times at Brooklyn Bowl, and then you stopped doing that, and you said, no, I'm at Brooklyn Bowl, but I'm doing these gigs around the country during the day.
So any place that I used to DJ at now, I DJ like Sunday afternoons and make sure that it's all ages so that mom and dad can bring their 2- and 3-year-old.
Why?
Because when I was young, I was the person that was, you know, behind the rope looking at the DJ at a block party. So that experience needs to come back for another generation of people. Like, hip-hop is now exclusive in nightclubs that you can't get into.
Yeah.
But it used to be for the people. So that's what I do now.
You guys got to check out this book. Congratulations on Creative Quest. One more thing. Questlove brought a copy of the book for everyone in the audience tonight. So that's what I'm talking about. Hey!
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.